Joseph's last film was Tron Legacy. Did you all see that one? This man knows his sci-fi. Joseph, just in terms of the genesis of this, tell us about when you first approached Tom to get him on board, because initially all there was a treatment and you had some story for us.
Yeah, I had a treatment and a couple of images that I gave out at Comic-Con, which is a big comic book festival in Southern California in 2010. And the next day I got a phone call from Tom, who had gotten a copy of that comic book and was really interested in the story. So he invited me over to his office and we talked about the story. I told him the story of Jack Harper, and you know, it's clear we had a similar sensibility and kind of movie we wanted to make, and he was really excited. He hadn't done anything like this before and signed on, and you know, really made this project possible.
Joseph, I'm going to give you one of these, because you have those special grippy gloves that I'm admiring. You dress very appropriately for the red carpet. Can you give all the fans here a little teaser of what Oblivion is about without giving too much away, because the trailer looks incredible.
Oh, thank you. Well, this movie is about the last man on Earth, Jack Harper, played by Tom Cruise. He's been told that he has 2 weeks left before he's supposed to leave, but he feels a connection to Earth he can't quite describe, and he dreams of a woman he's never met. And then one day she crash lands on his doorstep and turns his whole world upside down. So this is a movie that has a lot of twists and turns. You got to pay attention.
Yeah, you do.
But you know, hopefully it'll be something. Hopefully it'll look like nothing we've ever seen before.
Because Joseph, when you first started out, if I'm right in thinking, the initial idea was to make it as a small film.
Right.
And the budget is something like $130, $140 million, something in and around that region. So how did it go from this small contained movie into this behemoth?
Well, you know, it started as a character-driven story. You know, it's a story about one man, but I always wanted it to be in a movie with big ideas and big landscapes and big imagery. So, you know, we did this. This is we made this movie at the highest quality. We went to Iceland for a month and shot outside. We went to New York City, we shot in Louisiana, we shot in California. And we tried some new techniques that people haven't seen before, where we tried to make it feel as real as possible.
It's a very immersive film also.
Yeah, it's shot in very high resolution, looks great on the IMAX screen, so I recommend people see it on the biggest screen they can.
Excellent.
Now I know Tom is here, he's not that far away from us,
Yeah,
so can you tell, he is, and he loves his fans. That's what we love about him so much. He gives so much time to everyone. What is it like to direct him? Is it intimidating?
Well, you think it would be until you meet him, and you realize how down to earth he is, and what a hard worker he is, and you know, as a director, you just want the best possible actor you can get in a role, and Tom is an incredible actor above all else, and he inspires the crew to do their best work because he works so hard. So I had an amazing time working with him.
Do you know what's really impressed me is that he has the best manners of anyone I've ever met, and Olga said the same about her co-star, that he's so good to everyone on set regardless of what their role is.
That's true. I think he was very well raised. His mother did a really nice job.
And it's because he's Irish, to be honest.
Well,
that's how we make him over here.
And Joseph, if you play your cards right, we might find your Irish ancestors with a name like Kosinski. I'm sure there's some Irishness there.
I do have a grandmother named Catherine Ryan.
Oh, there we go. So we're not too far off. There's also been rumours as well that Oblivion, if it does well, that potentially it could lead to a sequel. Would you be interested in returning to this world?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, this is a movie that took 8 years to build. We built a whole world here, and if the audiences want to go back, it'd be fun to go back and explore more.
Because this has been a real passion project for you. Because you started working on it, say, 8 years ago, and did you ever think right back in the early stages that it had the potential?
Well, I think it's a good, story for people, anyone out there who wants to, whether it's work in the movie business or has a dream to do anything. I wrote this story when I couldn't get a job in Los Angeles, not even in a television commercial. So I wrote this story to kind of keep myself from going crazy. And now 8 years later, I'm standing here.
But you also did a very clever thing, because when you were just about to write the script, didn't the writer's strike happen? Yes. But then you decided to do something which was quite a clever move. You might let everyone know. Yeah,
and since the writers went on strike, I couldn't work with a screenwriter, so instead I developed the story as a graphic novel. So the lesson there is if one person says no, find another way around, and just keep pushing forward, and eventually you'll get there.
Joseph, it's an absolute pleasure talking to you. We let you get inside into the warmth and enjoy your